2 years ago, I was the only white guy in the middle of the biggest tribal sex orgy ever, with hot black women screaming with pleasure everywhere, and men both young and old having non-stop wild sex while sporting some of the longest and hardest penises I've ever seen. It was absolutely insane, and it was that precise moment that sent me on a completely unexpected journey, which led me to discover the incredible secret of the African Congo tribesmen with 15-inch long super penises. A secret closely guarded for generations, based on a 3,000-year-old African penis growth cocktail, which can make any penis increase by 35%. So stick with me for the next 3 minutes and you'll discover how you too can easily increase the length of your penis with at least 3 inches in just 30 days. Like more than 64,000 people before you have already done. The answers I'm about to reveal will also change everything you think is true about your manhood. You see, the only reason doctors think a small penis is something normal is because this is so common. But while it may be common, in no way is it natural, as you will soon discover. Also, what nobody wants you to know is that a long penis is not because of God's blessing or genetics. As the latest scientific evidence shows, if you want a longer penis, you don't have to be a black man born in Africa. You don't have to use crazy and expensive penis pumps, and you definitely don't need any useless pills or dangerous surgeries. Instead, it's all down to a dangerous leak, which is happening right now in your body, which prevents your penis from getting longer, thicker, and fuller, as nature intended it to be. First, I'll show you a simple test that you can do at home to see with your own eyes how deeply your penis is affected by this leak. Then I will reveal a simple 30 seconds African-inspired ritual which can fix this leak and trigger an explosive penis growth of 3 to 4 or even 7 inches in practically no time at all. Backed by countless peer-reviewed medical studies from around the world, the clinically proven and highly controversial penis enhancement secret that I'm about to reveal will also come with a whole bunch of great advantages. Bigger and longer lasting erections, a surge in sex drive and energy, increased sexual confidence, and even a loss in weight as well. So please listen up, because time is running out. If you're under 40 and believe that your penis should be longer and thicker, but don't know exactly how to make that happen, or if you're concerned about keeping an erection for more than 30 minutes, if you're over 40 and care not only about the length of your penis, but also about its health, and would like to put the brakes on before your manhood becomes completely limp, soft, and lifeless. Or if you just got tired of feeling embarrassed or frustrated, thinking that women will always choose a more well-hung man than you are right now. So stay with me until the end of this presentation and you'll need a bigger ruler to measure your penis. You'll see. Believe me, I know what it's like to feel completely embarrassed every time a woman says, "Take off your pants," or whenever some guy saw your small junk and looked at you with pity and disgust. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be that way. No. Because in 2020, having a small penis is completely optional. Of course, I don't want you to simply take my word for it. Instead, I want you to hear from some of the 64,000 other people whose lives have been rocked by the secret I'm about to share with you.
This program saved my marriage. My wife and I have never been happier, and she looks incredibly satisfied every time she looks down there. So I don't think I could ever thank you enough.
This is kind of embarrassing, but I never had a real girlfriend until I tried your program, Mark. All the women I've ever been with have laughed at my size after a while. They're not laughing anymore, I can tell you that. My penis is now 3.4 inches bigger, and my new girlfriend just can't get enough of it. Thank you so much.
So I saw your program and I got this for my husband. And both of us, we were shocked to see how well your solution works. His penis size grew by 2.8 inches in just days. Although I must admit, I'm the one that enjoys this the most, to all women out there, do your men a favor. Do yourself a favor. Get this program now.
When my wife saw my new penis, she thought I had surgery. She just couldn't believe her eyes how big my manhood is now. But it was no surgery, no pumps, no pills, just your natural solution marked 2.9 inches bigger. And it's only been a few days. This is incredible.
You see, stories like ones you just heard are awesome, but they aren't unique at all. I get dozens of calls and hundreds of emails and texts every single day from men and women across the globe, and they all agree that this massive growth secret I'm about to share is absolutely life-changing. In fact, I know personally just how life-changing this can be as well. Hi, my name is Christopher Adams, and since 1998, when I graduated from the Boston University School of Medicine, I've seen and treated all the aspects of sexual health, including organic erectile dysfunction, penis ejaculatory and orgasmic disorders, low male libido, infertility, and even penis-related injuries. I also had the opportunity to work with top pioneers in the field of sexual medicine, and as a young researcher at the Center for Sexual Medicine, the oldest such clinic in the world, I was a part of the team of elite physicians focused on finding an effective treatment for male impotence and erectile dysfunction problems. Later on, the drug we researched was released to the world as Viagra, changing for the better the lives of millions of men across the globe. In my 30-plus years of experience, I specialized in helping thousands of American men regain their sexual stamina and confidence. Even so, throughout my scientific career, I really had one major dream, something which haunted me day and night, night and day. That is why for the last 10 years I have been a senior health researcher at a top next-generation laboratory for penis enhancement solutions in Pasadena. There, my mission was simple, yet highly controversial, something which even I dared to mention 10 or 15 years ago would have immediately put an end to my career as a sexual health researcher. My mission was simple, yet to many of the old conservative doctors out there seemed absolutely impossible. To research and develop a scientifically working solution that would finally help any man increase his penis size in the shortest amount of time possible. In other words, what me and my team were trying to do for the last decade was to find the next revolutionary Viagra, but for penis enhancement. Now, before I go on, you must know that 99% of the doctors out there think it's normal for most of the men to have a small penis of only a couple of inches. And in one way, they're right. The average penis size in the United States is around just 5 inches. And the only reason doctors think it's normal is because this is so common. But while it may be common, it's not natural, as you will soon discover. Now, the life of a researcher, especially in this sensitive field, is not an easy one at all. And because of my obsession, I've completely neglected my wife and her needs. And I was spending late night hours in the lab and weeks or sometimes even months going to penis enhancement research centers in Switzerland and France to perform lab trials and treat people suffering from the small penis syndrome. But this was only half of my work. You see, it was my firm belief that nature always had a treatment for every human illness or shortcoming, and that a true researcher should be out there in the field, not just hidden behind some books. That's why once every couple of months I took my backpack and searched for natural penis enhancement solutions all across the globe, from the deep pine forests of Japan to the mountains of Tibet and India, or the Australian outback. And during these trips, I've investigated hundreds of plants and herbs and got first-hand knowledge on what works and what doesn't work. Now, some of these plants I've seen are only known to a handful of researchers, such as the uacrapona palm tree from Costa Rica, also known as the penis tree, and some of them are more familiar, such as the Panax ginseng or masa root, which many people claim to increase male virility. And after testing hundreds, if not thousands of such rare plants and essential herbs in all their forms, freshly picked, grinded, dried, mixed in bitter tinctures, and even fiery creams, every single experiment and rigorous trial led me to the same conclusion. While some of these plants indeed were scientifically proven to increase sexual stamina, bed performance, and were even responsible for harder erections, none of them actually managed to truly increase the size and girth of the human penis. The future did look bleak. And for the first time in my whole career, when I got laid at home one night, I truly felt discouraged. Nothing seemed to work at all, and my research came to a complete dead end. But even though I was a scientist, I still believed in miracles. As my father used to say, faith is all about believing. You don't know how it will happen, but you know it will. So by a strange twist of fate, that very night I received a phone call that changed everything. It was from Dean, an old colleague and a good friend of mine from Harvard. Chris, he said, I know this will sound absolutely crazy, but you've got to listen to me. Now, I knew from the start this was a really unusual call, but absolutely nothing could have prepared me for what I was about to hear next. Chris, listen, I just got word from one of my research collaborators about a little-known tribe somewhere in Congo where people can increase their penises up to 4 to 5 inches, as if it was by magic. Whoa there, I said. Hold up a minute. There's no such thing as magic. But we continued to talk some more, and Dean gave me all the details about this science-defying discovery. Of course, as a researcher, I wanted hard facts and data, not just tables of shamans and tribes where people magically grow their own penises. Even so, I was completely stumped, and my research was going nowhere. So what could I do? I trusted Dean, who was a scientist even more skeptical than me, but also less curious and less adventurous. So, as you can imagine, I just had to go and see it all with my own eyes. So please be warned, because now things will get absolutely crazy loco. After a 16-hour-long journey by plane and a dangerous 2-day ride through the dark jungle, I finally managed to reach the exotic tribe Dean's connection was talking about. And what I saw there was absolutely incredible. I had just landed in the middle of a jungle tribal orgy, with old and young men jumping around full of energy, flapping their long and thick erect penises, and pitch black women with firm breasts having the wildest sex ever with multiple partners. It was insane. But as I sat there and watched this mind-blowing orgy take place, I couldn't get distracted from my mission. And I've noticed 2 important things then. First thing I noticed was that there was more than 30 minutes had passed since my arrival, and yet everybody was still having sex. As if there was a strange force keeping them going nonstop. And secondly, all the men there, no matter how young, old, tall, short, muscular, fat, or just plain skinny, all of them had some of the longest penises I had ever seen. 12 inches, 13 inches, and some were even 17 and 18 inches long. Imagine. I began to wonder, how come all these guys are so potent and virile? In the middle of nowhere, and with zero access to modern medicine and virility pills like Viagra, Levitra, or Cialis, every man seemed to have ultra-strong erections, even the older guys. At times, I just simply could not explain it. I was racking my brain. But this thing aside, something else puzzled me even more. How come all had such big penises? And I mean, each and every one of them. This was scientifically impossible, as according to statistics, everywhere in the world, the average penis size is around 5.5 inches. Yet the shortest penis I managed to see at the orgy was at least 9 or 10 inches long. So could this magical penis increasing ritual Dean's source was talking about be for real? Or was it just a simple coincidence, I thought? I mean, I was in the middle of the Congo jungle. And everybody knows that African black people are more endowed than white folks, right? You see, according to a recently published study in the Journal of Personality and Individual Differences, ranking over 113 nationalities, the average penis length of the tribal members in the Congo is bigger than anybody else in the world. They have what you may call super penises. The number one question was, why? I was desperate to know if it was something genetic or maybe something else. So I spent the next few weeks getting closer and closer with the tribe's shaman. I was also glad to share my medical knowledge and teach him various simple emergency procedures, like how to mend a broken foot or how to sterilize a wound. At the same time, I was trying to crack the code and find the explanation regarding the unusual long penises the members of the tribe had. After many questions, the shaman slowly began to lift the veil and told me that 11 and 12-inch penises were considered something quite normal for the tribe. Whoa! And if by any chance any of the tribe's members was unfortunate to have a small penis or had an unusual erection or prostate problem that comes with getting older, then he would perform a special ritual which would increase anyone's penis and naturally treat any male-related issues. This ritual was based on a secret recipe which has been in the family for generations. Our long penises and incredible virility is all down to the land we live on the herbs and plants that have been growing here for thousands of years, the shaman said. Made me think about it. So I stood there by the fire, talking to the shaman. I began to wonder, how can I test whether the shaman is telling the truth or not? Could it be so simple, just a strange ritual and some plants to make your penis bigger? Or the explanation was indeed more scientific, I thought. And the long penises were in fact just a genetic African heritage? I said, So a surprisingly simple idea came to me. As any man of science would do, I had to test this on myself. You see, I'm embarrassed to share this with you, but I feel I gotta. I always suffered from having a rather small, below average penis, and I knew for a fact that my wife was absolutely not impressed with my penis, or with how I tried to please her in bed, unfortunately. She never gushed about my penis size, just sort of stayed a bit quiet. And that's why I always knew that she wanted something else. Something bigger, something more manly, should I say, something which I could never offer her, unfortunately, as is. I truly hope she didn't cheat on me because of that. But how do you know for sure? How could any man be sure of what a woman truly thinks about his penis? My small penis always frustrated me. And as a scientist, I knew for a fact that women love a bigger penis. Just go online and search, does size really matter? And what you'll uncover will surprise you a lot. For example, in a research study conducted by Durex Condoms, polling women about sex, of the thousands of females that were surveyed, a full 67% said they were unhappy with their lover's penis size. Moreover, there are multiple articles and academic studies saying that a full 53% of women cheat on their mates at some point. In other words, an average penis size was overwhelmingly reason why women cheated. Like many other men out there, I was doomed to face a life of humiliation and betrayal for as long as I lived. But at the same time, I also knew something else. A 2015 study conducted by the researchers at the University of California, Los Angeles, using a revolutionary 3D penis model method, revealed that the true size needed to satisfy a woman in the bedroom is around 8 or 9 inches, and a slightly larger circumference of 5.5 inches. This is something that can be attained. I thought to myself, and of course, the prospect of adding a couple of inches to my penis in length and girth sounded excellent. It wasn't like I was getting any younger and virile either. So I decided to try the African penis enlargement ritual. Although I was absolutely sure it would not work, no way, I admit I was very intrigued. The evidence was there though. With everybody in the tribe having such long penises and able to perform for hours, I've seen it with my own eyes during the orgy. Surely there had to be some explanation. At first, I thought this was a genetic blessing of the tribe's people. But as I later learned from the shaman, from time to time, for a hefty price, wealthy people from the United States, Europe, and even Japan came to him to get their penis enlarged. And in 90% of the cases, the ritual was a complete success, with people who haven't had an erection in years practically getting erect on demand, throbbing penises in no time, and desperate men in their young 40s adding inches to their penises, going from 3 or 4 inches to even 7 inches after performing the ritual once or twice in the most severe cases. As for the side effects, according to the shaman, there were practically zero, as all the ingredients were 100% organic and natural. And so, the very next day, under his close supervision, I started the penis enhancing ritual. Basically, the ritual involved drinking a weird tasting potion daily. This potion was brewed from both dried and fresh plants, which the shaman gathered from the deep jungle around the village. And of course, I began to track everything in a journal. For the first week or so, I didn't see any major growth, except for some strange feeling that something was going on inside of me, like a surge of energy spreading throughout my body. I also definitely noticed a mood uplift, and I was better focused and more alert. But on day 9, after my first initial increase, when I woke up with my morning wood, which had been pretty common since starting this experiment, I might say, I was shocked to measure myself and see that I'd grown from 5.7 inches to 6.1 inches. I almost felt like maybe it was a mistake or I wasn't measuring properly. But the look on her face when she saw my throbbing penis and how she began to lick her lips when she was noting down the increase, I knew that we were on the right track. And as the days continued to go by, any doubts I had quickly vanished. On day 11, I noticed my body was more muscular, and I was checking in at 6.5. On day 14, my little guy was up to 6.11 inches. On day 17, he was at 7.3 inches. And on day 20, he was at 7.8. On day 24, 8.1 inches. And by day 30, I was measuring in at a whopping 8.73. For the first time in my life, I felt like a true man. Also, other parts of my body increased as well. I was kind of pumped and more muscular. Although I didn't do any particular gym exercises during that period, it was incredible. Like nothing I'd ever experienced in my life. And at that point, I honestly started getting kind of concerned because, well, I didn't want it to grow too big, in all honesty. But at the same time, I was also feeling more powerful, more confident, more like a wild animal than I had ever felt before. Indeed, this was a huge discovery. But I wanted more. I mean, why would I settle for less when I could easily get more? So I went back to the chief shaman and told him I wanted to continue the ritual and get an even longer penis and last at least 3 to 4 more inches. I wanted to come back to my wife and truly impress her with my massive penis. Unfortunately, despite all my requests, the shaman did not agree to continue the ritual, despite the fact that I was even willing to pay him more than $50,000 for this. I was that confident that this penis enlargement solution had the true potential to change lives of millions of men across the world. I just couldn't give up. No way. So for the next few weeks, I carefully followed the shaman around, and I secretly began to note down all the plants and herbs that he used for his secret ritual. And when I finally got down to the last secret herb, I double-checked to see whether I missed anything and immediately rushed back to the USA. Back at the laboratory, I immediately began to scientifically test the properties of all the little-known African plants and herbs which made up the shaman's penis tissue expanding ritual. Now, as a scientist, I was skeptical. I wanted rock-solid proof and rock-solid results to be absolutely sure it worked. That's why I didn't just give men some samples and ask for a review. It'd be too easy for the placebo effect to take over, indeed. Instead, I designed an experiment 100% bulletproof that would once and for all show beyond a shadow of a doubt how powerful the shaman's secret recipe really was. The study was double-blind as well as placebo-controlled, the absolute gold standard in the scientific research industry. Nobody knew if they were getting the real treatment or not. First, I recruited over 150 male volunteers between 30 to 65 years old, and some of them had long penises and no sexual problems whatsoever. But the vast majority was formed of very, very difficult cases. Young men with penises which were barely measuring 3 and 4 inches, or middle-aged and senior Americans who had trouble achieving rock-hard erections for years. And not even in their wildest dreams did they ever think their erections could get any bigger. But in their world and the scientific world, it was about to change, as everybody was completely surprised when they saw the results of the test. But before I reveal the results, I first want to share with you something very strange, because this is where things get really interesting. And in the end, this aha moment led me to finally uncover the real cause of having a small penis. And it's not what you think. You see, from the initial urine samples taken from the group of volunteers, I found that all of the men with a penis no longer than 4 inches had one thing in common. Their urine had the same color. Yeah, surely this was not a coincidence. But what was the explanation of all this? Puzzled by this odd discovery, I began to test and compare the urine samples of the volunteers with small penises on one hand, and with the urine samples from the volunteers with longer penises on the other. It took more than 2 months to properly analyze and interpret the data of these tests. But in the end, the results were undeniable and led me to an essential discovery on what I believe to be the main factor which deeply affects the length of the male penis. Well, you see, what me and my team discovered is that all the volunteers with small penises were eliminating through their urine all the necessary penis building blocks produced by the body. Hence, the same urine color, yellow. So please let me quickly explain. Now, not many people know this, but as any other part of your body, in order to grow and get longer, thicker, and stronger, your penis is the same. It needs building blocks, and these building blocks are, in fact, special nutrients extracted from the foods that you eat, such as folic acid, sodium, vitamin E, ursolic acid, which comes from apple peels, and potassium, which you can get plenty by eating avocados. No wonder why the Aztecs named the avocado tree the testicle tree. In short, in order to grow, your penis needs its penis building blocks like your lungs need oxygen. Now, I'm sure you'd say, the more of these substances I feed my penis, the longer it will get, right? Well, it's not quite that simple. You see, some people can assimilate all the nutrients, the so-called penis building blocks, and get a longer penis, while others, unfortunately, well, they just can't. Now, this happens because of a process called penis nutrients malabsorption. This is the incapacity of the body to absorb nutrients from the food that you eat in your bloodstream. And what happens to all these nutrients, you ask? Simple. You eliminate them daily through your urine. You may have surely heard of people who are lactose intolerant, can't drink milk, because their bodies cannot digest a certain sugar in milk and milk products called lactose. Or maybe someone in your family is gluten intolerant and has to follow a strict diet because their bodies produce an abnormal immune response when digesting gluten, making their digestive tract unable to absorb nutrients. Well, the same thing applies in the case of small penises. If your body cannot assimilate the penis building blockers, which are the nutrients responsible for making your penis longer and thicker, your penis will remain small, no matter what you do. So the cause for having a small penis is not genetics or God's gift, as you were falsely led to believe, but something else which can be easily fixed. That is your body's incapacity to absorb the penis nutrients it requires. The good news is that there is a certain natural ingredient which can actually plug the leak for good and help your penis assimilate all the nutrients that it needs. The problem is, you'd have to be in Africa to be able to eat it. But don't worry, I'll tell you in just a minute how you can solve this problem. Now, if you're still wondering if you suffer from penis nutrient malabsorption or not, there's a very quick and easy home test that you can do anytime. Just go to the toilet like you would normally do, and if your urine is this color, then I'm sorry to say, but the chances you are peeing away your penis building blocks are pretty high. As this was the exact same urine color our male volunteers from the test had. According to the latest data from the CDC, right now in the United States alone, 1 in 6 people are gluten intolerant, while 2 out of 3 adults struggle with lactose intolerance. Well, it should not come as a great surprise, but according to a recent study coming from the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, 8 out of 10 men are suffering from penis nutrient malabsorption, and their bodies are leaking through their urine the penis building blockers flowing to their penis. The result is a shorter than usual penis, weaker erections, lower sex drive, and an overall shortening of the sex lifespan with at least 17 years. That's why as long as you are leaking the nutrients, no matter what you try to get a bigger penis, it will be absolutely impossible. It's like trying to inflate a broken car tire. Or better yet, like trying to fill up a bucket with a big hole in the bottom. You pour in all the penis building blocks, but the hole is there. In, out, and everything will spill no matter what you do. So what do you do when you see a leaky faucet? You fix it, right? But before I reveal the simple and easy way that you can easily unlock your penis' true potential and undo years of damage, let me first give you a quick recap. Because of the malabsorption, your body cannot assimilate the penis building blocks, which help your penis get longer and thicker. 1. 2. Next, these nutrients are constantly eliminated through the urine, something you can easily test by checking out your pee color. The yellower it is, the more nutrients you leak. That's why your penis has remained small. And at the same time, it's been continually deteriorating because for decades, without you even knowing it, you have been leaking through your urine all the essential nutrients needed by your penis to grow in girth and length and to keep your testicles and prostate healthy. The end result? A small, undeveloped penis, unable to reach its full and size potential. And what's even more dangerous, a 75% increased risk of developing fatal testicular lumps and irreversible prostate problems. Now, getting back to the secret of the African penis enlargement recipe and the test I performed on more than 150 male volunteers between 30 and 65 years of age, it contained a couple of super powerful ingredients, including the sacred plant of the Congo tribe, which practically seals the leak and redirected all the essential growth nutrients to the penis. And soon, to everyone's surprise, within a month after starting the test, those guys had all experienced similar results as I had in the African jungle, growing 1, 2, and 3 inches or more, finding that they suddenly had the happiest wives or girlfriends on the planet and absolutely loving their transformation. Now, before long, word was spreading all over town, and then even people from other states started contacting me. It was just completely insane and bonkers. And to the utter astonishment of the skeptics, out of all the thousands of participants who tested this, every single one of them got a bigger penis. By now, I knew I was on the brink of making the discovery of the century, and that my lifelong dream of finding a working solution to help any man truly increase the size of his penis had finally come true. Now, I had two choices. Either go back with this amazing discovery to the lab and hand it over to Big Pharma, or if I did this, I knew exactly what would happen. At least 4 to 9 years of medical trials, followed by the replacement of the natural ingredients with chemical substitutes in order to cut the production costs, which in the end would result in a solution 10 times less effective, but 20 times more expensive than it really should be. All in the name of the bottom line, profit, with a total disregard of what people really needed, effectively burying their hopes completely. Classic story, right? Or then there's always option 2. Immediately do the right thing and make this amazing discovery available as soon as possible to all the tens of thousands of men out there who desperately needed it. As you can imagine, I couldn't let this breakthrough discovery fall into the greedy hands of big pharma corporations. No way. And that was at that point where I realized I needed to take everything that I discovered, my 30 years of long research on male enhancement solutions, the recent discoveries made in the African jungle, the substances inside the sacred potion of the African tribe, which expanded erectile tissue of the penis, everything that was proven to work, not only to me, but to more than 1,450 initial volunteers. So I consulted with leading researchers in the field of male reproductive system, doctors, over 30 years of experience from the University of Cambridge and Cornell ED, experts from the Sutter Institute for Medical Research, and ex-colleagues now working for the STI Cooperative Research Center, and put all this research into one comprehensive, simple way that any man could follow, in order to quickly and easily add an extra 1 to 3 inches to their penis in the next 30 days, fully hard erections in minutes, and brand new energy to re-spark their sex drive. So I teamed up with a buddy of mine, a good friend, who owned a small natural pharmaceutical company in Arizona. We had the recipe, we had the medical knowledge, of course, and the most difficult part was to gather all the ingredients together. You see, the market is completely full of counterfeit, cheap knockoffs of so-called natural homeopathic ingredients. Also, getting them from 3 continents was not as easy a task to complete. So we searched the whole world through our scientific connections and contacted only certified producers and verified suppliers, making sure that our recipe would only use top quality ingredients with 100% effective properties and no secondary side effects. It was hard and difficult, you can imagine. We worked night and day and night, testing and testing and testing some more, making sure that we got the right quantities and the most effective combinations of ingredients. But in the end, we did. Tears of joy filled my eyes as I held my hand the ultimate penis enhancement solution. We called it Primal Grow Pro, the only natural supplement based on 2,000-year-old African super penis enhancement formula, which has been proven by more than 64,000 men to add more than 3 inches in just a few short weeks. And each of these ingredients are powerful growth stimulators in their own right. But when combined together in the correct way, the result is a type of hyper expansion that you never imagined possible. Now you may be wondering to yourself, how does it work, and why does it work so incredibly well? Well, pay careful attention now, because the following information comes from cutting-edge medical research and analysis tested in more than 12 independent labs in the United States and Europe, and a total number of 1,450 brave volunteers. Here's a short and to-the-point explanation of each and every one of the secret ingredients used and how they work. After extensive lab testing, they have proven to be 100% effective only in this formula, especially calculated and adjusted to give the best possible results for your penis, both externally and internally. Step 1. It all begins with the fast absorption of the ingredients. You see, we sourced a total of over 29 top ingredients only from the purest locations such as the Alps mountains in Europe, the fertile plains of India and Western China, and from the best plantations in South Africa, Ethiopia, and Kenya. And because of their natural purity, all the ingredients in Primal Grow Pro are super easy for the body to absorb. This happens because whenever our bodies detect that we give them something that is essential for our growth, they practically suck it up like a dry sponge. In almost a fraction of a second, they start to rapidly spread throughout your body, triggering the growth process. Now, step 2, treating the malabsorption and helping your body assimilate the essential penis nutrients. Well, it's now time to fix the leak and to fully restock your supply of essential penis nutrients and growth hormones, the penis building blocks. After more than 79 trials and experiments, we found out that the most effective and fastest way to do this was with the help of L-glutamine. Now, I admit this powerful substance was not present in the original African recipe, but we wanted to create something more powerful and with faster results than the tribal potion. After all, why not take advantage of the latest discoveries in the field of medicine, right? I'm sure you agree. And with over 40,000 studies, which include over 1,000 clinical trials, L-glutamine was the best substance that we could find in order to fix malabsorption. If you don't know it yet, glutamine is an amino acid, which means that it is one of the building blocks in the body. In fact, this is the most abundant amino acid in the body. Now, glutamine is absolutely essential for fixing the malabsorption process because it can boost immune cell activity in the gut, helping prevent infection and inflammation, and at the same time it protects the mucous membrane of the esophagus and intestines. Once the malabsorption is fixed, your body is fully prepared to absorb all the penis building blocks it needs in order to restart the hyper-growing process. This is why the step is crucial. And once this problem is fixed, everything else falls into place like dominoes. Step 3. The penis hyper-expansion begins, adding inch after inch after inch. By now, your body is not leaking through urine the essential penis building nutrients anymore. Instead, all of them are redirected to your penis, quickly initialized the growth process. To help achieve this, we've used the ultra-secret ingredient used in the African penis growth ritual, vinpositane, a substance extracted from the seeds of Voakanga, Africa, the sacred plant of the Congo tribe. You see, for thousands of years, shamans in Africa hunted through the dense, sweltering jungles to find this mystical plant. And when they found a small amount, they guarded it like treasure chests filled with gold coins. Now, mainstream medicine barely knows this exists, but studies confirm it is the superstar ingredient which triggers massive penis growth, and it helps with getting stronger, harder erections. This potent herb will act like a heat missile, triggering a rapid hyperexpansion of your penis erectile tissue at a constant rate of 3 inches, or even 4 in some cases. And as an added bonus, it will provide a natural fortification of the penis cartilage, making it steel hard and preventing premature limpness. No drug we're aware of could match this effect, which could make 99% of the penis enhancement solutions out there completely obsolete. Step 4. When your body absorbs all the nutrients the way it should, suddenly everything else functions better. After just a couple of weeks, after following this unique solution, you'll be able to see and feel the difference in length and girth up to 20 and 30 or even up to 67% more. And that's not all. As your penis gets bigger, thicker, and harder, your whole body will also begin to transform. You'll feel your muscles better defined. Your chest will begin to feel more pumped, and your arms and legs will gain more power. And then there's St. John's wort, another top ingredient in Primal Growth Pro. It'll help you sleep better and reduce stress and anxiety and make you feel stronger, more vital and happier, whilst huperzine will sharpen your memory and fight depression. Last but not least, to help with the transformation not only of your penis, but of your entire body, we've also added L-carnitine. This is the mother of all amino acids used by professional athletes. Will supercharge and boost your entire system, increasing cellular energy and muscle power. I believe that just this one benefit will give you more fulfillment than you ever dreamed possible. As long as you take this, you'll give your body an energy boost that just won't quit. Step 5. It's time to enjoy all the long-term benefits of a long and healthy penis. What good is a thick, long, strong penis if you can't use it for at least 50 years from now? We've asked ourselves the same question, so we decided to make Primal Grow Pro even more powerful than anything else out there. And that's why, to give you more energy and sexual vitality than you've ever had in your life, we've also added 2 more super ingredients. Ginkgo biloba, the magical plant which has been used successfully for more than 2,000 years to treat ED problems. And why is that a magical plant? Let me explain. If used correctly, and only we have the exact proportions for this, Ginkgo biloba fully oxygenates the interior honeycomb parts of the penis, the primary cause of ED, penile shrinkage, and inability to maintain hard erections. And last but not least, from Africa, homeland of the biggest penises on this great earth, we have the holy grail of penis fortification, Bacopa monnieri, which acts as a natural potency pill, increasing the duration and intensity of erections. It's like commanding your brain to produce its own Viagra pills. Moreover, Bacopa monnieri repairs the damage present at testicular level, which in turn boosts the development of testosterone, promoting growth in muscle and bone mass. But despite all these extraordinary advantages, Primal Grow Pro was designed with only one primary purpose: to help you achieve a longer penis. And each morning you'll wake up, look in the mirror, and be shocked by the growth that you've seen and the surge of confidence you now project, because you know you're an absolute alpha male. We'll shock men and women alike. Now that you know all of these, you're probably asking 2 questions. What would those be? Well, number 1, is there any way that I can get my hands on this amazing supplement? And 2, when and in how much quantity should I take these supplements? Well, to answer question 1 is a little bit tricky. You see, the truth of the matter is that getting the right ingredients to make this powerful hyperpenis enhancer is very hard. Also, the people who already tested our product and had success increasing the size of their bad boy keep asking us for more bottles for themselves and for their buddies, emptying our stocks in just a matter of days. And moreover, Primal Grow Pro is carefully produced only in small batches that take up to 3 months to deliver. This process is essential to assure that the quality of the product is 100% effective. Also, all across Asia, where you know they have small penis problems, people are absolutely mad about this product, buying it faster than we can produce it, unfortunately. But we don't want anybody to feel wretched anymore, and in the next few minutes, you'll find out how you can get your hands on a brand new bottle of supplements as part of our awareness campaign. Regarding how you should take the Primal Grow Pro supplement, the answer there is easy. Just take one supplement on a daily basis for at least 30 days, 1 month. Every capsule contains the perfect amount of each of the potent ingredients I've shared with you inside this presentation. You see, the positive effects inside your body are undeniable. All the scientifically tested ingredients have been especially selected and balanced to increase the erectile tissue of your penis and make you healthy again, starting with the very first pill. Of course, the first line of attack is to fix the leaking of the penis building blocks so that your penis can get stronger, harder, and longer. But depending on what size your current penis is and the level of other internal complications, such as low T levels or low level of cellular oxygenation or other sexually related problems, the battle can be hard. And even though we practically guarantee that you'll add at least 3 inches to your fire hose, what good would that be if you'd last only for, say, 5 minutes with a hard-on because of low hormonal levels and poor penile oxygenation? You see, in order to repair the internal unseen damage caused to your penis and testicles, and to help your body fully absorb the penis nutrients, it may take some time to see the results. So as a rule of thumb, after seeing the positive results of more than 35,000 patients suffering from stage 4 penis shrinkage caused by their body's incapability to assimilate correctly the much needed penis nutrients, I recommend to take at least 2 bottles. 4 bottles or more to be completely safe for a period of 60 days. And this will absolutely guarantee that you'll have 100% bulletproof, strong and healthy penis and testicles for the rest of your life. For the overwhelmingly number of men who use Primal Grow Pro, the increasing length and width that they'll experience in the first 30 days is absolutely staggering. They also report remarkable ability to get erections on demand. They no longer suffer from any erectile dysfunction issues, and their penises are noticeably harder during sexual activity. And they experience an incredible new level of control over their orgasms. People like Greg D., age 51, who says, "Honestly, when I first heard about Primal Grow Pro, I thought it was just another ripoff. I didn't think it was possible to dramatically increase the size of your penis." A friend tried it though, and he wouldn't stop talking about the results. So that's when I decided to give it a shot. Thank God I did. This was flat out one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I saw a 1.5 inch growth in the first month and 3.1 growth at the end of month 2. But it isn't just about length here. I've noticed thicker as well, and I'm experiencing the most powerful orgasms of my life. Thanks, Matthew. Thanks, Dr. Clymer. Greg D., age 51. Or Garrett A., age 47, who says, "Check out these pictures. The first is a ruler where I marked my measurement on day 1. The second is the same ruler where I marked my measurement after day 30. I don't think anyone can argue with this kind of results. This is revolutionary. I think women should be a little scared, honestly. I know they love larger men, but Primal Growth Pro is going to be creating some absolute monsters out there." And Mike C., age 36, who says, "It's embarrassing, but I started having problems getting it up. Pretty early in my 30s, I'd say. I got a prescription for Viagra, but at $15 a pill, it felt like robbery. After using Primal Growth Pro, I've noticed a significant increase in length and girth, and it also finally eliminated my ED and prostate problems. Words can't express how happy I am about this." Mike C., age 56. Well, now, given the fact that Primal Growth Pro has already been proven to be effective by more than 64,000 men just like you, you should be able to understand why originally I wanted to sell this program for $297. But while I could honestly probably become a millionaire or billionaire selling this program to the public at that price point, or even for much more if I wanted to, for me, this simply is not about money. That's why instead of even asking you to invest $197 or even just $97 for this proven guide that's already being used by more than 64,000 men just like you, if you act today and only while this website is still up, which may not be for long, you can get the only proven method that will increase your penis size by at least 3 inches in just 30 days for only $69 a bottle. You heard right. But wait, $69 a bottle, and I'm going to sweeten the deal even more. So please, let me put more money in your pocket right now, because I know how vital a long, healthy penis is for each and every man out there, and how important it is to feel confident that no matter what, from now on, nobody will ever consider you small or average or make you feel insecure and rejected. I've set up a discounted package system of 4 bottles of Primal Growth Pro for you for only $49 a bottle, for a total of $196, which is being offered today for as long as supplies last. It's a screaming bargain. This is your best chance at never having to suffer from the embarrassment, guilt, and frustration that comes with having a small penis ever again. Don't you think it's worth it? You also get free shipping on us. But once we run out of bottles, which happens very often, the buy now buttons will not be active anymore until we make another batch again, which takes around 2 or even 3 months at least. So if you're ready to start reclaiming your manhood, knowing you have no risk, I advise you to click the 4-bottle package and save even more by purchasing multiple bottles at once. This will also protect you from supply shortages and price increases in the future. Eventually, Big Pharma will discover this, as more and more people recommend Primal Growth Pro to their friends and talk online about their results. Soon this secret will be fully blown, and when that happens, I can't guarantee that Primal Growth Pro will still be available. I simply can't compete myself with multi-million-dollar corporations who'll do anything to get the monopoly. So go ahead, click below to secure your order right now. Why not profit from this window of opportunity? Consider this the smallest but the most powerful investment that you'll ever make for yourself. Yes, 1 bottle of Primal Growth Pro will skyrocket your penis to the next level, adding inch after inch to its length and girth, making practically every woman out there want you. 2 bottles will do the same thing, increasing the erectile tissue and fortifying your penis's cartilage, like it did for 64,000 people so far. At the same time, 2 bottles will completely restock your supply of essential penis-building blocks and growth hormones while repairing the invisible damage present at testicular level, treating your ED problems and increasing both your testosterone and sperm production for fuller orgasms. But 98% of Primal Growth Pro users choose the 4-bottle package, and for a very good reason. 4 bottles of Primal Growth Pro will mean that in just 4 months, besides a 3 and 4 or even 5-inch longer penis, your body will be fully trained to absorb and send all the essential specialized growth nutrients, not only to your penis, keeping it thick and vigorous, but also throughout your body, giving you more stamina, stronger muscles, a sharper mind, and even lower stress levels. You will be an old man barely able to walk and see, but your penis will be steel strong and pole long, like a 20-year-old football player after using Primal Growth Pro for at least 4 months. And of course, you'll save money when ordering multiple bottles. And they're all covered by our 60-day guarantee. That's 2 months you don't have to worry about anything. But I'll leave the choice completely up to you. That's why if you really want to change your life and choose not just a temporary fix, but a long-term, all-in-one male enhancement and protection solution, this is it. You may be saying, okay, this sounds amazing and I'm interested, and how do I get started? So just click the yellow button below after choosing the best package for you, and you'll end up on our secure checkout page. Enter your payment details, place the order, and in 7 days from this moment, you'll get Primal Growth Pro in a discreet, unmarked package right at your front door. Click now to secure your package while supplies last. You have absolutely nothing to risk because you are also covered by our 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. It works like this. You just click the Buy Now button that's below right now. Experience the incredible growth that 64,000 men just like you have already experienced. Step out of the shower and feel the power you possess as it swings side to side like a giant steel anchor between your legs. And if you're not happy with your decision to invest for any reason whatsoever, even if you see only 1.2-inch increase and you were hoping for, say, 1.9 gain, all you have to do is send an email and we'll immediately refund your entire purchase with 0 questions asked. I'm taking all the risk here, which means you've got absolutely nothing to lose. Primal Growth Pro is guaranteed to change your life, and it'll turn you into the fully endowed man you've always dreamed of being. So boost your confidence to extreme levels, make sex unspeakably better, and make your partner desperate for more. But if you already want to get started, it's important you act right now. I've made a lot of enemies by putting this presentation on the web. Angry feminists, armies, who are terrified by the raw power that Primal Growth Pro gives to men, slimy supplement peddlers who are outraged that people are no longer being scammed into buying their snake oil. They all want this website censored immediately, which means if you come back to this website in a week from now, and you find that this presentation has been taken down, I simply won't be able to help you. So this could be your last real chance to finally lock your penis's true potential. But why would you even take that chance or put off this investment? You have absolutely no risk here whatsoever. Primal Growth Pro has worked for more than 64,000 men just like you, and you could be a full 3 inches longer in 30 days from now. I mean, ultimately, the choice is yours. This presentation is almost over, so you need to make your decision now. You can just exit this page and continue on your day as is. That's absolutely your choice. But if you're unhappy with your size, if you're having trouble keeping your lover satisfied, if you know she wishes you'd been born just a little bigger, then I have to wonder, what's going to change? What will you do differently so that you no longer feel embarrassed or insecure when you slide your pants down? If you don't have a good answer to that question, well, my friend, then I think your choice is a really easy one. But if you've stuck around this long, that means you're the type of man who faces his problems head on. You see a leaky faucet? Get it fixed. Now is the time to fix your small penis problem. Face this problem head on. Go ahead and click on one of the Buy Now buttons. Try Primal Growth Pro for yourself, completely risk-free. You could be noticing incredible changes within hours and seeing incredible growth within days. Do that and women will never look at you the same way. And you'll never look at yourself the same way again either. The choice is yours, but you already know what you need to do. Click on one of the Buy Now buttons right this moment. Take your free test run and completely change your life. Sincerely, Christopher Adams. Hey, you still hanging around here? No worries. I can definitely understand that, especially given the incredible secrets that I've just told you. Here's what I'll do to help straighten things out. Let me go ahead and answer some of the most common questions that I get asked about Primal Growth Pro so you can click that Add to Cart button with full confidence. Question 1. Is it truly possible for me to grow my penis in length? Short answer, yes. Let me explain. The key to what makes Primal Growth Pro so effective lies in how it works. At best, other male enhancement pills and drugs send a rush of blood to your penis that may make it look larger and fuller for a few moments, but they don't actually increase your overall size. Primal Growth Pro, on the other hand, has a totally new revolutionary approach. And that's the secret. Recently, researchers have discovered that the male penis remains underdeveloped because the body cannot assimilate the nutrients designed to help it get longer and thicker, also known as the penis building blocks. This is caused by a condition called malabsorption. Because of this, the penis nutrients are constantly eliminated through urine, something you can easily test by checking out your pee color. The yellower it is, the more nutrients you are leaking. Unfortunately, inspired by a little-known African penis enhancement ritual successfully used for thousands of years by the local tribesmen to increase the size of their penises, researchers have identified and combined a list of 7 essential hyper-growing ingredients meant to help your body absorb the necessary penis nutrients and restart the growing process with a focus on the penis, but also throughout your rest of your body. First of all, each of the essential ingredients contain enzymes and nutrients that actually promote growth of your erectile tissue. This will help any man reach the upper limits of massive penis size, which means no matter whether it's 1 inch you're after or 5 inches, it's all possible. Additionally, when men use this product, they also frequently report experiencing a remarkable ability to get erections on demand, that they no longer suffer from any erectile dysfunction issues, and that their penises are noticeably harder during sexual activity, and that they have incredible level of control over their orgasms. Question number 2. Can I take Primal Growth Pro even if I have allergies or if I currently use other supplements? Sure, we've made sure that this amazing product has no damaging effect on people who have various allergies, and the quantities of the ingredients inside are selected to be below the allergy triggering levels. Also, Primal Growth Pro does not interfere with other supplements. For more details, please check the disclaimer link at the bottom of this page. Question number 3. Who is this program for? Well, this program is for anyone suffering from erectile problems, small penis syndrome, or low hormonal levels. This program is also diabetic friendly. In fact, many folks wrote to us saying that this program actually helped them recover from their type 2 diabetes. It has 0 side effects, 0 negative implications on any other supplement that you may be taking, 0 dietary restrictions, but 100% guaranteed results. Question 4. What happens once I click one of the options below? Well, once you click one of the options below, you'll go to our 100% secure checkout page. You just enter your payment information and place your order. We'll immediately and discreetly ship your bottles straight to your house. That easy. Question number 5. How long does it really take to get some results? Well, as I've said before, I'm very proud to repeat this. As soon as you take 1 tablet, the battle against your small penis has already begun. The internal results are immediate, while the external results will begin to show in no time. Question number 6. What are the terms of the guarantee that you've mentioned? Well, because I want you to feel completely confident in your investment today, I'm providing you with a full 60-day money-back guarantee. That's right. Simply click one of the buttons below and try the program out for yourself in the next 60 days. And if you don't get the results that I'm promising, or you're unsatisfied for any reason, simply send an email to us in the members area and I'll give you your money back. No questions asked. It should be clear that if I thought this wasn't going to work, there's no way I could make such an offer. but I do know this will work. A total of more than 64,000 people have already proven it. Question number 7. How long will this program be available to the general public? Well, I'm not really sure in all honesty, but history has shown us that Big Pharma and the sex industry moguls are not afraid to spend millions of dollars in legal fees to get something that threatens their very existence. If you think about it, that makes sense. They're protecting themselves. Wouldn't you spend $1 million in lawyer costs to protect a $13 billion a year profit that you make? In other words, if you're truly serious about increasing the length of your penis in no time, you need to take action right now, immediately. Question 8. How do I get the Primal Grow Pro? Well, this one, truly, my friends, is easy. Simply choose your package by clicking on one of the options below and try out the entire program for yourself for 60 days with absolutely no risk. And if you're unhappy for any reason, you'll be given a prompt refund, no questions asked. So click below, fill in your payment details, and submit your order. I can't wait to hear about your results.